Hi there, this is Matthew, and I'm here with another review for Doctor Who, the new season. It is Robot of Sherwood with Peter Capaldi, a story about going to see Robin Hood, of all things. The story begins in the TARDIS, where the Doctor is asking Clara, well, where do you want to go? Who do you want to see? And Clara said, well, I want to see Robin Hood. And, of course, the Doctor said, there is no Robin Hood. It is just a legend. But regardless, Clara said that that's where she wants to go, and so the Doctor programs it into the TARDIS, and poof, they're there at 1190 Britain and Sherwood Forest. And who do they happen to run across? Robin Hood. One of the most brilliant things about this episode in particular is some of the references to older Doctor Who, especially the spoon. Spoon! Because for those of you who know, Sylvester McCoy's Doctor, the 7th Doctor, happened to use spoons an awful lot, but never quite like this. Capaldi's Doctor used a spoon as a sword, fighting against Robin Hood. And the prize was the TARDIS. Well, of course the Doctor won. Because, you know, how can you see anyone other than the Doctor, flying the TARDIS? The Doctor and Robin Hood go against the Sheriff of Nottingham, and somehow the Sheriff has an army of robots. And because of this, the Doctor believes that this Robin Hood must also be a robot. Because when the Doctor goes into a spaceship and checks out to see what's there, he comes across an historical database and comes across the legend of Robin Hood, and it shows all these various iterations of Robin Hood. And as a little Easter egg, there's a picture of Patrick Troughton as Robin Hood.
Welcome to Sherwood, Friar.
So, who knew? Well, of course, the Doctor saves the day, and as far as episodes go, it's an okay episode. I enjoyed it. It was very much enjoyable. In fact, I say it's better than the first episode, Deep Breath, because, there's a lot of slow moments with Deep Breath. With this one, Robot of Sherwood, it kept the pace going. Now, this is more of a filler standalone episode, and, that's fine. That's how Doctor Who used to be all the time. You never used to have these overriding seasonal story arcs, which, tie everything together. That just seems to be something that Stephen Moffat began doing. There's only been a few times when a season has tied up into one single story. For previous Doctor Who stories that did something like that, you have the Dalek Master Plan with the first Doctor, which was just a season-long story serial of the Daleks and the Doctor fighting them. Another season which had this overall story arc was The Key to Time with Tom Baker's 4th Doctor. And, those story arcs, they can be okay, but sometimes it seems to just get in the way of storytelling. So it was pretty nice to just have this standalone episode, even though there was a reference to the Promised Land, which was something that the Clockwork Robots and Deep Breath referenced. So, who knows? Who knows where that's going to go? And, we'll see how it ends up. What I enjoyed most about this episode was the banter between the Doctor and Robin Hood. And it's mostly because of the Doctor trying to wrap his head around the concept that there really is a Robin Hood. And, he just thinks that Robin Hood is a legend. Of course, Clara said, there is such thing as heroes. And she believes that the Doctor is one of them. So it's, it's an interesting story, I believe. Overall, it's a good episode. I enjoyed it. It's better than Deep Breath, but I still have to say that my favorite story so far is Into the Dalek. Just because everything seemed bigger even when they're shrunk tiny. But as far as Robot of Sherwood goes, this is my second favorite of the season so far. Of course, there's only 3 stories in, so, you know, we'll see how that list goes as time goes on. And, you know, peace. Take care. See you next time.